wherever you're viewing from. This is Laura Thompson, your friendly, fabulous, feisty, fierce, and phenomenal CEO and creator of TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. And guess who we ran into a few minutes ago? I was just sitting around minding my own business, and guess who popped in? Mike Reed, aka Philly Mike. How you doing, Philly Mike?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I like that shirt. I like that shirt. It's EMF.
Oh yeah,
Tell
this
me.
yeah new merch we got.
Okay.
Shout
So
out to Talk T. Shout out to Talk T. That's one of our sponsors.
who?
Talk T.
Okay. Okay.
Talk.
Cool. So I haven't seen you in a long time, but I always see the fruits of your labor and your work. So tell us about Ethos Media Foundation. But before we do, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, what you do, why you do it, all that good stuff.
I'm from Philadelphia, born and raised. I came here in like '86. That came back '87. Well, '86 to '87 school year, and came back '88, '89. Then went away from '89 to 2001, was incarcerated, and then 2001 to now is just a timeline filled in with just a body of work. That's all.
Okay.
But '01 is when I actually came home and started as an artist. Put some music out, got a studio on WW White.
Okay.
To studio. Then got signed through a local situation here with Mark Spencer with Boss Stuff. Traveled with Subliminal with Brooke Valentine. Then came back and started filming, and then got with Deborah Warner like '03. And we started the campaign towards, community things. We did the first hip hop summit at the Martin Luther King one. That was like
Oh,
in '04.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
that was
that's
like in '04.
huge.
We actually did the first one, and then eventually they took over and kept going. But yeah, and then after that,
Wow.
started focusing on filming. Did a couple local, DVDs. Did a local access TV show like '04, '03 to '05. Did a lot of that filming. And then about '06, '07, I just took the filming real serious. We had started the campaign to start the community radio. By '07, we got community radio. No, we started '07.
Wow.
2011, we launched KROV. And I was at
Okay.
KROV 2011 to 2017.
Wow. So that's been about 10 years, huh? 2011 with KROV.
Yeah. I just
Wow.
took off the last couple of years and just worked like the last two years straight. Then we went on lockdown for COVID. And then since we've been off the COVID lockdown, I just been nonstop filming, launching the radio station, WKSA, FM.com, and the Media Foundation. So if you look up on YouTube, as you see, like since Thanksgiving up till now, I got the most body of work, in the community, all the events, George Floyd March. Just always being active and trying to unify the press, getting with other podcasts. But we actually get ready to launch the station. Like I'm actually building the website now. And I'm trying to upload like 5,000 songs, so it's a lot of people to upload.
Wow. So that's pretty cool. So it's a digital radio station then, huh?
Yeah, it's a .com, but the playing field is level now. When we was on HD radio, a podcast wasn't nothing. Now that the playing field is level, you can have a .com and get a tune in app and be heard all over the world. And when I was on KROV, we was ranked number 1 on tune down.
Wow.
I'm gonna be in my app for the radio.
So let's break this up. You've been doing a lot of different things. You've been doing some audio work. You've been doing some filming and some video work, and got a radio station that's getting ready to be on and popping. So you have Ethos Media Foundation. So what do you do with? Is that an organization? Is that your business?
It's a
What do you do?
nonprofit. So it's what I consider to be the first full multimedia nonprofit.
Okay.
So radio is our first launch, and then I'm actually working on a production deal with a couple of investors, television series, because you have so many different streaming outlets now. Like television and radio is pretty much merged. So when I was on the radio, I had 3 radio shows. I interviewed everybody from Susan Pamela the Sheriff, Sandra Littlejohn, all the way up to George Clinton. So what I'm doing now is with radio and television merging, it's like radio cast. So I'm kind of bringing the both two together. And I've always been ahead of the curve with the film and adding that aspect to my radio. I was always filming when I was on the air.
I think I remember you in the KROV studio where y'all would do some pretty cool filming while y'all were on the air and doing some edgy stuff. Yeah. So you said you have a studio. So the studio, is it a radio? I mean, the audio studio? Is it a film studio?
I'm actually in the studio right now.
Okay.
EMF with my partner William Collier. Shout out to him too. He just got out the hospital.
Yeah, I saw that. He looks good. He's good. Hey, William. Hey, William Collier from.
So we actually have the production company together. He's the president. He's a part of all this with me. And we're actually looking for a building, in the process. But right now, like all the sponsors that you'll see on my logo, those are places I plan on doing live radio. Because I'm bringing all the elements back to bring radio back to the people. That commercial radio has died. That's why you don't see certain people posted up anywhere doing radio remotes like they used to. Commercial radio. So with me, you don't have to pay me to come. If you look at all my videos on YouTube, the majority of them where I'm at the local businesses, it was just me being there and, building that camaraderie between the local businesses and those that are active within the community also.
So when you do your remotes, so what are you broadcasting? Are they broadcast live from wherever you are?
Yeah, well, I'll be streaming live because I'm licensed to stream video and audio. So I'm also going to be streaming directly to the site where you'll see what's going on. So say if I'm at the East Bar, you'll see what's going on live right through the site.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. That's great. That's pretty cool. So you are tuned into TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. And I'm here with the phenomenal, AKA Philly Mike. His born name is Mike Reed. He's from Philadelphia. He's been in the San Antonio market doing some great things. And so we just wanted to give him an opportunity to talk about, what he does. So what inspired you to go into the media industry?
Oh man, if you listen to the score on some of my material that's out, like commercial drop I made this, and it's gonna go on after tomorrow because people like to listen to it. When I was like 11, 12 years old, I used to watch Sanford and Son, and I used to always listen to the sound score. So one day I saw him on the cover of the Right On magazine with Michael Jackson holding all the Grammys. So I asked my mom, I was like, you could do, film and make music and then also, work with artists and make the music. She said, yeah, it's called a score. So I went in the dictionary, looked it up, and from then I've been, got a camera when I was like 11 or 12, around about that same time. And just always have been into both. And being an artist, I have a different vision, and when going industry thing, I was glad I left that alone because, artists' talent is really tainted behind the politics in the industry. They never get to fully grow. So my whole objective with EMF is to bring a united front of press, united press, where we're all, at these big events. Instead of one person trying to lock the deal, it's 5 of us did, and that's 5 different outlets. And we're supposed to cater to people. People need to understand the true definition of what press is, what being a journalist is, and, and how important it is to people. So that's just our goal here at EMF. If you look at my body of work, you'll see other podcasts around. But, I'm trying to be the vanguard of that, with this new radio. And I got 7 years training community radio, so I know how to program radio.
Wow, so that's phenomenal. So you said you have five different outlets. So when you say you have 5 different groups or teams going out, or?
No. What I mean is like the different outlets. Like we have radio first, then we're doing the magazine. As you notice, when you used to go in the Black household, 70s and 80s, all you saw was an Ebony or a Jet. They say we don't read, but like somebody's putting that out there, and we take that narrative and run with it. Because as long as you can go grocery shopping and look to the left, and always see those magazines right there. To the women who don't have jobs and sit at home, they still reading. I mean, until they stop making paper, they're gonna always print. So, you know, we want to attack that void, and we have a magazine called Bet. Got the same kind of font, but it's BET with an exclamation after it. Because a lot of people don't know that they closed up the catalog for Johnson and Johnson Publishing. Like you can't go under the Open Records Act and get old copies if you wanted to look at it, even if you wanted to pay for it. Like it's closed public, and we have to start asking ourselves, like the Tupac catalog, which was the Death Row. It was owned by the lady that owned the Cincinnati Reds, who was accused of racism at one point, and now she sold it to Tyco, which is the Asians over there who make the video game stuff. Like, why do they have such a value interest in our music and publishing catalog? Why is Tupac lyric next to the Constitution and the Library of Congress? We have to understand the power of what we write and what we, you know, and the power in it. And we know what the big deal is, the publishing going on now. So, yeah.
Wow.
We have what we call a library of consciousness, where people donate vinyls, tapes, CDs, books. I had a stack of Jet magazines in Ebony at one time, but moving around, end up losing them. But I'm about to get on a campaign to get donations for that, for what we call our library of consciousness, trying to preserve. Because if you go back and read all those old Ebonies and Jet from the times of civil rights struggle, we was documenting what was going on. That's how we knew it was the #1 magazine in the world. You know, so that's important.
And you know, our brethren that are not of color, you know, they'll let that stuff sit and then republish it or roll it out again as a movie or a documentary and make tons of money on it. So
like now they're trying to bring back the Black Wall Street, but I was around you filming at a time when they started the fires on Greenwood. When they first started, you know, and nobody wanted to really, it was a touchy subject. Now you got Diddy talking about it. Now it's pop, you know, it's popular now. So everybody's really starting to get into it. But, you know, that's why the press is so important. But it's important for us to unify as one, because as you can see, commercial radio is dead. Magazines are hard to sell now. But, you know, we have the radio, magazine, and the television series that we're going to be bringing together, the cartoon series, all of that, and bringing it back to the community on the grassroots level.
Well, that is too cool. So at one point you were working on some project about San Antonio. Can you tell us about that?
The Life of a Gangster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, The Life of a Gangster. That came out, went to #1 at Barnes and Nobles. That was a whole Hollywood shuffle type thing. Some opportunities came in town from Las Vegas for the company. You know, it's a whole lot deeper story than that. That's a whole story within itself. Actually, I was interviewed about it, and then somebody chose not to put it out. You know, this is actually my first interview, like ever. Like nobody interviews me. I don't get press.
Really. Well, I feel honored.
Now this is and I'm looking forward to many more to come. You know, that's why when Deborah reached out to me in my earlier days, learning up under her and Mario and them, I would speak every now and then. But now that I've pretty much mastered all the, you know, the utensils and tools of putting the product out, like I don't have to depend on nobody to edit, to make the music, to record it. I do everything.
It's a headache. Yeah, it's a headache.
And I can put it out at a faster rate. And it's everything we're doing with EMF is curriculum based. Like this summer, we was trying to have like a hip hop academy where we teach the elements of DJing, get off into music production, film production, songwriting, and dealing with the curriculum side of it and showing people the process. But so, you know, it might be money with it. Yeah, it might be this winter, but we're getting ready. We're loading up for all of that. Like I've already written the curriculum for all the 5 elements, you know, of coaching. And fashion, we're gonna get off into fashion, have some fashion shows. Got a $1,000 dance contest we great put together. Shout out to Monster Moms too. They get ready to open up on the 13th. So you know, everybody go out there. I'm trying to work with them on putting the dance contest out there, $1,000 dance. Because they say that gang violence couldn't be stopped. It had never stopped. That's a lie. It was already done before with breakdance. And we know New York had some real bad gangs when it wasn't about shooting, when they was gang warring like sticks and chains. And it was different than, you know, a lot of these little guys that just pull a gun and squeeze the trigger, you know. So it was hip hop that stopped that. A world revolutionary movement in hip hop started and it stopped gangbanging in all of New York. So, you know, we have to get more back in tune with dance and music and making good music. So I'm pushing that movement here. I'm the vanguard of that. At least I'm trying to be.
Well, you can do. You just got to keep pushing. So you are tuned into TAN TV, the African American Network. We're here with Philly Mike, and he is educating us on, how to consolidate media to have more power and to, to give voice to an industry and a people that's been silenced really by mainstream media. And so, and how long have you been doing this? You've been holding the camera
20,
since
20 years. 2001.
Wow.
I started with the first recording studio in 01, 02, and all the way up to now, it's been 20 years.
Wow. So what's your capabilities right now? If somebody wants to come in and record in your studio, can
right now, that's why I said right now, everything we're doing is just home base to create the product that we putting out. But that's why, like, our mission statement is we don't need $1 million. We need 1 million people to donate $1. So I'm asking any organization that wants to partner, because it's a trademark logo. And some of those people on the mission statement, banner you see on the commercials, some of those people have jumped on board. But once the website is launched, we're going to start the mission statement for 30 days straight, a music marathon in the city, trying to raise $1 million to start this radio station. So I don't want $1 million. I want 1 million people to give me $1. I want to know 1 million new people.
It's the same thing, but it's just but it's a lot more value in 1 million people because they can give you $1, 10 times.
It's a hell of a thing. I'm telling you. Like I said, if 3 other, just give you an example, if 3 other people were to partner up with me and do that, right? I'm cool with $250,000. I can start EMF with $250,000. You wouldn't be cool with $250,000?
Of course.
So what we do is the press that unites with me to do this. That's how I'm splitting it. This money is to build our company. Because I know if we did 1 million views on World Star in like 5 hours, the life of a gangster. That went to #1. And our distributor was the same distributor that distributed Pinky, the adult entertainment star, and we beat her out the first 30 days.
Wow, and this was
6
for
months, we went Life of a Gangster.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 months we went to Target, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, and we was at #1 at Barnes and Noble over Ice-T and Al Capone memoirs for like a year straight. So it lasted for years. It didn't stop selling till about 17. When you go on Amazon now, they say it's not available. That's a lie. When you click on it, you could buy it. But they have me blackballed from buying it because my paperwork said other than what my credit said. So, it's a big thing. But it's the elephant in the room for the city, gold plaque because it was a triple disc. And when Tupac did All Eyes on Me, the RIAA Association changed the certification. If you got a triple disc you put out, right, each one counts for 3. So if you sell 1, you actually getting 3 sales because each CD got your material on there and they got to pay you for each CD. See, wow. We're not informed here. If you do a survey and ask the local artists here, how many of y'all registered with the Texas Music Office? Now, I'm giving a free game away. How many of them registered with the Texas Music Office? Majority of them not, except the ones I maybe have told. How many DJs are registered? It was 2. Now, DJ 750, who's the president of music for DJs at EMF, he's registered now. And soon as he registered, he started getting all kinds of solicitations. Like, you wouldn't have to ask to go perform at South by Southwest if you was registered. Texas Music Office is the music capital of the world, Austin. That's why all the big artists go to South by Southwest. Now the press is a big thing to where, are you registered with TAN? You need to get registered because that opens up the door for them soliciting you. And now you're in the press community. That's why if I was to play a Marvin Gaye sample, they don't flag me on YouTube. Because that WKSAFM.com, that hyperlink, I'm registered to stream audio and video. See, we sit at a round table and share this information and make all of our platforms bigger. It doesn't matter. If you chasing the money, then that's on you,
You want the money chase you.
I'm trying to get the information out to the people, and the money will come. It's $1 million right in the community.
Oh, it's more than that.
I told you, we need 1 million people to give us $1. That's it.
Y'all hear that? You heard that from Philly Mike. You know, in order to build an empire, you don't need $1 million. You need 1 million people to just give you $1.
Just give me $1. Okay, them three-letter boys can have a penny.
Right. So you need
and more news you can use. A black man invented that 99-cent thing. They had outlawed it in the courts at one time where you couldn't even use that 99-cent thing. Because if you go to a store and you see $4.85, you like, you see $4.99, you're like the $4.99 over the 85 cents. You ain't thinking about you paying more than 99. You always think you're getting the deal. So, you know, that's something else we came up with. But yeah, we only got to give a penny on the dollar, get the rest back to people. But I mean, like I say, playing field been level, man. While technology is the way it is, you know, press has to unify. And I'm speaking mostly of this market because I've traveled from East Coast back out west a little bit, mostly here in Houston, Austin. So, you know, I'm pretty in tune with the culture, but this radio thing is worldwide. You know, I had a worldwide footage.
So tell people how they can register if they're interested in going into the, I guess, the streaming business or music. Well,
first you contact me at 210-914-0149.
I know that's right.
Secondly, if you're an artist and you want to submit music to be programmed to be played on the radio that's coming up, if you want to be interviewed, allvotesmatter210@gmail.com. Make sure you register to vote. You know, shout out to the new District 2 person that won, Taylor. It was the most interesting race I've seen. I've been watching them since 2003 when I started working with Deborah and Mario and TV. So it's been an interesting educational process for me. This is the most active I've been, but I'm focusing on the music now. Why everybody facing.
So you were doing a while back, you were interviewing people. You interviewed me. I didn't remember.
District
it was
campaign office, that power. It was that power. Big Dre wasn't staying there. It was when him and Deborah had first, we all met. He came and supported me at the radio. Well, he had first got the place. They renovated it, and in exchange, he let him use it for the campaign office, remember? And it was raining, and I interviewed you in the room in there. Yeah, and Darty was there too.
Tyrone, oh, that house. Yes.
Yeah, that house. But there used to be a daycare center about 1480.
Yeah, across the street from K-Chill. Yes.
He's still there. He's still there moving. I got some work I'm going to be putting together with him. You know, we both Capricorn, so we got to meet, I guess, when the moon. Together. But yeah, he's still there. You know, he's still trying to do things. And Street, one of the brothers that's over there, got the ball hog. Like, it's a lot of, like, you know, we know what comes after gentrification. So I'm actually living over here, you know, so I'm seeing it on the ground. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, we got these businesses going on. We got, you know, a lot of good media outlets. Yours, you know, you're one of the elders because nobody's doing it like you doing it. Detail Podcast, he's another elder. I think y'all probably have, you know, level platform.
No, he has something a little. I interviewed him and then he started his maybe a couple of years ago. Yeah.
I was trying to get over there in that building you in.
Oh, really? And what happened?
Huh?
What happened?
Oh man, it's me by myself, man. So it's hard.
I know
it's hard. I just remember when I was working across the street at Second Baptist. So I remember when they first started building there. I was like, man, it'd be dope to get a spot over there. And then I seen Lost. I said, I'm gonna get one day. And then I seen Carl over there, you over there, Tony's over there. So, you know. But I got a couple of spots I'm looking at right now as far as putting the actual station residence building in. But other than that, it's more about programming the music. And I stay in the community active right now, getting as much content with all the up and coming businesses and nonprofits. So
do you do like outside work for people? Like editing or producing music?
What'd you say?
Producing music or editing film? Or...
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I'm making ground with that now. More or less, me still being in artist mode. I don't chase artists. A lot of these artists is divas, so I don't be chasing no artists, sending them beats. Like I'm scoring the music, and I understand what a sound score is. So I'm putting content and putting stuff on paper and putting it out myself. But this mixtape that we go and work on with DJ Michael Watts, I talked to him, Michael 5000 Watts, Switch House.
Out of Houston?
Yeah, I spoke with him recently. It was kind of like our 6-year anniversary. He was on my timeline that morning. 6 years ago, he was on my radio show. So I was talking to him about a radio mixtape. Like, there's no radio stations that's putting mixtapes out. Like DJ's trying to put them out. So he was just explaining how it's hard. And I was like, nah, bro, I got a foolproof plan. So we chopped it up. He liked the idea. So I'm putting that together. So it's basically going to be a mixtape series tour where the artists get to open up and perform. But, when you put him in the club, they perform on for being on the mixtape. So he's partnering. He's the big partner. So,
somebody's cool. You got some people. You got some people watching. Somebody said, "What's your Cash App?" I guess they want to send you $1.
Oh yeah, definitely. $ capital EMF, all caps on the EMF, 1996.
So that's all caps EMF, 1996, and then so they said, "Thank you for being our media guru."
Oh yeah, thank y'all for having me. I'm looking forward to doing this on a real regular basis.
So you're getting some love hits flying. Somebody said, "We're praying for you."
It's people within my audience that might not tune in to what you got going on, and it's people within your audience definitely that might not tune into mine. So
he said, somebody said, Benny Price said, "Pin the Cash App." So I'm gonna see what. Tell me what it is.
$.
We doing it now, Benny.
$, capital E, capital M, capital F, 1990.
F, 1996.
Yes.
Okay. What does that represent? Is that the year you were born?
No, actually, when I was incarcerated, I ran into this character. I'm not gonna say his name because I just talked to somebody that was down there and told me, "Hey man, he's been asking about you." I said, "Man, if that dude called me from a cell phone in jail, don't call me." Anyway, I initially was gonna call the company Third Eye Production, and I was a writ writer when I was incarcerated for the whole 12 years. I filed a lot of lawsuits. I just kept that pen on it. So I had got an EIN number, tax ID, all of that when I was in there. I stayed in the law library. So he stole my company's name because I didn't have a DBA. And another friend, rest in peace to Dinky, we was on another unit together, and he said, "Man, look at this card Big Dog started a record label." Like he was, and Suge Knight was in jail at the time. Let me show you how impressionable entertainment industry is. And I used to get a lot of trade magazines. Like I got 5-6 different magazines a month now. So we was always talking, shopping it up. He's like, "I'm investing you when we get out. I'm investing you." So I gave him a lot of material. Mind you, this dude couldn't even read and write, but he was smart enough to start a DBA for everything. Took the flyer and made dance contest, River City Mall. My whole production idea. In prison, you ain't got nothing but time to write. So I'm writing up all kinds of production ideas and marketing strategies. He took them and used them. I got shipped to another unit. So that's when I came up with ethos. I went in the dictionary and I did my daily dictionary reading. I saw the word, something within something else. So, for 20 years, that's kind of been like a bad thing with me, man. People take ideas and use them,
Oh yeah, that's what makes the world go around. Ideas, yeah. If they don't have ideas, you don't have a business. You can't make any money without it.
I learned from it, and this is all I want to educate people: the ills of what comes with this talent. Whether people want to hear it or not, people deserve to know the truth. And I have 20 years of testament of learning. I stay a student. Like I studied under Mario, T.C. Deborah. A lot of the people that people seek y'all's attention. Like I didn't put cameras on y'all before anybody did. Like, let me interview you. When Deborah called and said, "Make sure you interview Laura," because I was interviewing Darden because he was running because he was also on my radio show. So she said, Dre got the house fixed over there, but make sure you talk to Laura and interview her. So, that's where our relationship started, And now that I can play every asset of, the chessboard, it's a new game now.
Right. So
I'm just trying to share.
Somebody said shout out to Big Mama's Safe House. What?
Oh yeah. That's Big Mama Safe House. That's Benny Price, Rose Williams, doing a lot of big work. That's who I actually been on a heavy campaign with as far as filming, because everybody that goes there, I end up getting with them, working with them outside of that. So it's
tell me about Big Mama's house. What's that all about?
It's a safe house within 72 hours if you go there for domestic violence, gang violence, abuse. If you want to get away, if you're dealing with mental health issues, it's somewhere you can go, and within 72 hours they will have the resources there in place to get you where you need to go. It's like a transitional housing, and it's a dope thing, man. They've been doing gun safety training over there.
Wow.
They just had big orange campaign for that. So, they're in the community, and he's been doing block parties, and I've been just going along with him, filming, putting a video out for each block party. And anybody there willing to work with me, pay or not, it's about flooding the market with, as much content as possible. That's what it's about.
Wow. So Benny Price said he's taking the lead and he's cashed out his $1 today. And thank you from Big Mama Safe House. So I think Rose might do it too, because
gonna let them dollars sit in there and add up. The actual campaign, once we start, we launch the radio, get the website. I'm actually building the website now. I started today. Like, I do so much, and I've been depending on other entities to do that, and it hasn't worked. So I actually started building the site today, and I'm programming all the music. So it's just a matter of trying to start out with about 5,000 songs. But we're gonna have an international audience. We'll have people can just drive in their car now. And see, 2 years ago when I was on the radio, people didn't want to download apps because the phones didn't have enough capacity to hold memory. Now they give you an iPhone 9, 10, and 11. Now your phone can hold 100 apps easy. So everybody's acclimated to the app game now. So the playing field level, so you definitely want to get you a tuning app.
Right, a tuning app.
Yes, it's a tune. It's a radio app, but if you have podcast registering, or if you're TAN TV, if you're live in the stream, the audio can be played on TuneIn.
Okay. Oh, really?
That way people could be riding in their car and then watching you live on TAN TV because they can get the audio.
Okay. Yeah, we've been talking about doing some audio or turning some content into like a podcast, because it's good listening too. So,
I'm your man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually tried. I worked on that earlier this year. I started working with a couple of people that had podcast ideas. Like, well, let me produce your podcast, because it's only about programming and writing. Everything is about writing. They think it's just about getting in front of a camera and talking and asking questions. You got to sit down and write content. So I can program a podcast. Like, mine's is gonna be called RadioCast. Radio and podcast and radio format. You'll have commercials, you'll have songs, and then we'll be streaming videos. Like, bringing the whole feel of BET, Ebony, Jet, all Essence, all that back in one media foundation. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, this guy's a genius, y'all. Y'all can't keep up with him.
No, don't say that yet. They only say that about you when you're dead and gone. He was like, I'm still working. I still got more to learn.
Right.
I was explaining to Deborah, I've been looking forward to working with you. Just, once COVID started, I got laid off. I just took the money that I got from that severance pay and started the company, and just been doing this, nonstop.
Wow. So you
working with Big Mamas, they it's everybody have a position. Everybody got something to do. We all work together as one, stay within our own lane. It's gonna work, but it's about the grassroots work. It's a lot of seasonal activism.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shout out to everybody that's participating in the Juneteenth March coming up. It's our second annual. We did the Juneteenth March last year, so Freedom March. We'll be doing that.
So where is it gonna start and where is it gonna end? And it's gonna happen after? Okay.
starting at Pittman Sullivan, like leaving, I think like at 10, and then all marching down Martin Luther King to Martin Luther King Park, and ending with the circle of prayer.
So you're getting constant love on here, Philly Mike. Just hearts flying all over the place. So that's pretty cool. You got a big fan on here. She said, doing great work, my brother in Christ. And she said, I'm coming too. God is moving. She said she just shared your interview.
Support, when y'all see this radio movement moving, just support it. That's all, because it's coming. That's the only reason I'm on here like this now. So they might as well get used to it. You know? Right. I didn't burn my face out, man. I know I'm kind of ugly, you know, so I couldn't let people see me too much over 20 years.
Be quiet.
So,
so you don't get to define ugly. The people that's watching you gets to do that. Gets to decide.
They see, the people that see these white teeth know that means something, because they, you know, they say I don't smile, but when I'm happy, they say it's the devil's grin. So I'm enjoying life, enjoying, you know, I'm seeing Will come home. That was a, you know, big scared, and we just lost Alley Cat. Rest in peace to him.
Oh no, I was like, no. Yeah, I hate to see those posts because I know it's coming. When you start reading it.
That was close to home. Like, that was my DJ. Like, when you see that picture of me, him, George Clinton, 750, that was like, that was the life experience for us. You know, when you see us with Michael Watts, that was like life experience. You know, us being musicians and artists, accomplishing things, you know, and forget the monetary value of it. I worked at Carol V for 7 years. I got 3 commission checks, and they was $90 a piece. I told them, man, you pay me, you can tell me what to do. Just give me a key and alarm code. I want to stay in here and learn everything I can. For the one day I knew I would be doing, you know, something on my own. Not everything they did and everything I learned, but they knew I wasn't built to play the student too long.
So stay tuned, y'all. There's more to come, and this Cash App is in the, it's pinned up. So,
and I mean, you know, appreciate any support. I mean, but just know, when I come to you, you know, we get ready to start, it's gonna be 30 days straight. And we're gonna try to reach 1 million people, you know, get $1 million. Because it's all about the followers at the end of it all. You can get 20,000 people to give you $10 a piece. It ain't even about the million. It's about the amount of people that we're gonna touch that's gonna stay locked in with us forever after that. You know, and this has already been done with KROV. When Ivy Taylor was, you know, standing there with us, and you know, we made history and made it all the way to getting approved, and things didn't go, you know, got bigger than what we could handle. That's how I looked at it. You know, we didn't get the license to go through the FM, but you know, it's been done. We was #1 download on TuneIn in the world. You know, KRO, Life of a Gangster, #1 at Barnes & Noble, triple disc, 500,000. That's a gold plaque. I produced the soundtrack, but we haven't got that gold plaque yet. So, you know, with this media and this press, that's what it is our objective to do. People like Benny Price, who got the One Night Only that's going to be coming out, you know, his event, telling his story, you know, and we got a lot of people that's doing things within the press. We just need to unify more. So always feel welcome to join in. Any event that I'm going to be a part of for the rest of the year, I'm inviting all press out, you know. And he asked me that one time, you know, what about this place? I said, bro, invite everybody. If it's 5 podcasts, that's just 5 different levels of streaming that's showing what we're doing.
It's diversification. Everybody, it helps you to reach more people if you have more options for people to watch.
Yeah, definitely, that's the objective, you know, and that's what we're doing. You know, if you choose not to want to be a part of it, that's cool. You know, go chase your money. You know. We don't worry about what we don't worry about what they don't want to do. We worry about what they want to do.
Right.
Everybody that want to be a part of this movement, this media, and you know, the phenomenon of podcast now, you know, it's bubbling here and there, like Block Party. That's the new trend. You know, but what I like is that we act. You know, we gotta sneak between the cracks.
So you are tuned into TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, and we're here with the mastermind of media, Philly Mike.
I've grown into be a very intelligent man with me, so I'm still good. that's what I'm loving the most about it. It's hard, but grassroots is where it's at. I feel more comfortable.
Yeah, I think
I've been on the industry level. I've been out there, been around, and so I feel more
grassroots is the for me. I'm a grassroots person. I had media and public relations firm for 16 years with public involvement, community outreach, grassroots, and that's where it is. It's not behind the screen. It's not behind the mic. Although that's part of it, but it's a combination of all that stuff. So keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Okay.
Look forward to working with you more.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to you offline. I'm rolling out a project that won't be announced until the 29th of this month. And so I'll talk to you offline about it.
Okay, definitely.
Okay.
All right.
And so you got any final words of wisdom?
Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, just thank TAN TV for having me. And people can go back and watch this interview, which I know a lot of people are going to do. I'm going to go back and watch it, chop it up, and make a video out of it.
I know.
I'm going to tell you that now.
So you can see it on YouTube. You can see it on Facebook Live. You can see it on all Apple and Android devices.
You got a YouTube channel?
Huh?
You got a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll go check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not, we haven't really promoted it where we got a big following, but
I just found out new things. They started like, you got to have 1,000 subscribers to go live. And I'm going to get active though. Like I've never chased numbers because when I was on the radio, it was a bigger bracket that we was, dealing with. But now that I've watched it, that's like, that numbers game is easy. It's going to go crazy in a minute, and this like being on platforms like this is the start of it. For some reason, they don't call me for interviews. I'm still waiting for my details. I'm still waiting for my grip. Still waiting.
Well, don't feel bad. They don't call me to interview me. They call me to be interviewed.
The Unified Press initiative is to, that's nothing personal. I love all those guys. Like everybody that has a podcast now or has some type of media platform, I've interviewed. Like I have them on camera. So it's like, I love to see everybody doing what they're doing. It's just, it's time for us to unite a little more. So I'm stepping forth through speaking and, anybody that would like to have me on their platform and speak and share information, booking engagement, I'll be there. I'll come speak any time of the week.
So talk about your 30-day $1 million initiative, 1 million people.
Yeah, once the website, I give it about a week. I had a website done. I'm gonna work on it every day for about the next week and get the program loaded up to the website for the radio station program. And it's pretty much set to roll. Radio, I'm gonna have a morning show, but we'll be looking for people to do the morning show. So anybody interested in doing the morning show, being on the radio, hey, it's a job there. If we raise the money, you're ready to get paid. I'm going nonprofit with it, just like we did at KOV, same concept, nonprofit radio, but we will have salaries for the morning show. I definitely want to have I'm gonna program a full morning show, sports, weather, and traffic. Shout out to TC, he told me that.
Wow, I know that's
so
the man.
We'll be doing that. Maybe I can get another interview, when we get ready to launch, because I'm gonna have a big launch party. Okay. I'm gonna have it at, and if we're gonna actually, have a building. Right, I'm working on all.
Well, go ahead, Philly. I like Philadelphia too. I went to Howard, and so I had a friend from Philly, and she lived on 42nd and Wallace. And so that was in West Philly.
Yeah, that's West
Wallace. I would go there for Thanksgiving when I didn't go home. So that's pretty cool. I always like people from Philly. They're the bomb.
On my live that might be Philly tuning in or anybody. Yeah, my people. I just, and you talking about Philly, I see my people on here. What up, boo? Shout out my people in my neighborhood, Washington Village. Yeah, Philly, man.
All right, well, keep up the good work. Let us know when you launch. Call anytime. The TAN TV platform is open to talk. I'm having all men. I'm interviewing all men except one lady. The month of June, because the guys have been coming and saying, you always have women on there, you don't have men. And so
I
this
seen
month
the
is,
sports show. I'm gonna be doing sports too.
oh,
So I'm
okay,
looking for some people that's interested in being on the radio on the sports show. I
okay,
definitely, I got a sample on my YouTube channel of the sports show. Another brother
okay.
that I was looking with. But
So
yeah,
you,
anytime, man. Looking forward to being on here again. And y'all stay tuned. Real soon, radio will be dropping.
all right, we're looking forward to it.
Number one spot. The number one radio show spot.
Right, name it and claim it, and work for it. Faith without work is dead. So,
That's all I do is work, man. I don't get much of that.
wow. So it was a pleasure speaking to you. Good seeing you. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're climbing and maintaining
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
making it work.
This was kind of perfect timing when she asked me, because it's like I'm already been in the mix. Will's home now, so that's a bigger motivation to, keep going. And he's sitting home, sitting up, focusing on the music, trying to get himself together. So definitely, I'm not trying to plan anything until he's like, yeah, go with it, or hey, I'm in and this is what I can do. So a lot of it is revolving around that. So, we don't believe in deadlines. We live by a timeline.
I know that's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow. So thanks. And I'll call you sometime before the end of the week to talk to you about an upcoming project that I think you might be interested in plugging into.
Oh,
And
anything that needs the lights, camera, and the action, I'm there.
all right. All right. Well, then I'll be calling you. So you've been tuned into TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. And you can watch this on YouTube. You can watch it on Facebook Live. You can watch it on all Apple and Android devices by downloading the TAN TV app. You can watch it on Amazon Fire Stick and Roku. So, just you'll see Philly Mike all over the place.
Yeah, I'm everywhere like a square.
And that's some good music you got playing in the background.
No.
Right?
No.
So if you don't know, now you know. All right, you take care.
You do.
Thank you.